Hi, this is Casey. Today I'm going to talk to you about a Web 2.0 tool that you can use to help um, in the classroom as far as formative or summative assessments go. We'll be talking about quite a few of these, but this particular tool that we're going to be talking about is Glogster. Let's review what a formative or summative assessment is. A formative assessment is an assessment that you are taking on the spot, that you're taking in the middle of units, that you're taking daily. And what that formative assessment is doing is it's helping you gauge whether your students are truly understanding the content and to what level they're understanding it. It's helping you guide your instruction for tomorrow. A summative assessment, I remember as an end of unit test. It is the end of the unit. Yes, it can be used to help guide instruction in the future, whether you need to go back and reteach or whether you need to pull for small groups. But summative assessments for me are the end-all product. So this tool today that we're going to be talking about, Glogster, it can be used as a formative assessment or summative assessment. It depends on how you use it within the classroom. And one thing that you're going to do today is within this this whole workshop series is you're going to use all of the resources that are going to be shared with you, and you're going to find one that you feel is going to work within your classroom. You're going to get to create something that you'll be able to use in your classroom, and you will share it with those that are participating in this module at the same time you are. So hopefully this is not busy work, but it's interesting work, and there's always going to be that support there to help you. Okay, so what we're going to do is I am going to open a new tab on my computer, and I am going to pull up Glogster edu. Now the one right before that was Glogster edu, but it said City Search, and we know that that's probably not going to be the one we want to look for. So you're wanting to look for something that looks like this. Now I am already logged in. I already have an account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log out, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to log in or to create a new account. This will be the page that you will go to the first time if you are not part of Glogster edu. If you want to join us, if you want to create an account, you would join us. If you're a student or if you're one of your students and you are creating, you're having them have a choice of whether they're going to create a Glogster on a historical event in class or however you're going to use it, then you have the option to give them your code for your classroom. So it'll kind of keep all of the works organized. I really like Glogster because it does give you lots of online support. Okay. And basically what we're going to do is if you do not have an account, right here it's going to ask you to join us. And then you would simply fill out the prompts. Right now, you are wanting the free version. So down here, what you would do is start your free account. Okay. If you want to add students, then you could have one teacher for 30 students for $39 a year, and there is no limit to how many projects they can create. Okay. And they do give discounts for schools too. But since I already have, and so what you would do is you would hit the sign up and you would fill in your prompts. Okay. And this is the default is already signing up for the free. So I'm going to log in since I already have an account. And I've saved my password. So I'm going to log in. But do you see up here it says sign in with Google? You have to have an account first. But once you do have that account, I would highly recommend anytime you're using a resource on the web and it asks you if you want to sign in with Google, to sign in with Google, because it makes it easier to sync your Google Drive within those resources and those apps. You don't have to, but I just found that it's easier, and then you don't have to remember all of your passwords. Okay, so I'm going to log in here. And when I log into Glogster, it brings me to something called my dashboard. Now, my dashboard Yes, I know. It's telling me that my previous session has been closed. My dashboard, what it does is it'll give me some tutorials. Okay. My dashboard tells me these are the ones I've created, but I also, as you're going through and you're looking at other blogs, you can favorite some blogs. Maybe you found something that you might want to use or you might want to kind of edit, then you can save them and they would show up down here. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I am going to introduce you to one of my favorite components of Glogster EDU, and that's the Glogopedia. Now you can access it from many ways. You can access it from here. You can access it from here, or you can access it from here. Obviously, it's in 3 places on your dashboard, so I would recommend accessing it. And what the Glogpedia does is any Glogsters that are made public, they are shared on Glogpedia. So you have thousands of resources that are already, well, you can see right here, there's almost 8,000 Glogsters, or Glogs, how we call them, that have already been created. And so you can go in there and you can search, you can filter, you can go by grade level, you can go by particular strands of science, and you can find something that if you can't find to make work specifically in your classroom, then you can edit it. You can edit them to make it work, or you can at least base some ideas on where to start with yours. I like to go through and take a look at the Glogsters just to kind of see what some other people are kind of creating. So here's a real cool one right here, and let's just go ahead and click on it. I know a lot of us do animals in one sense or the other, and you can see right here that this is a private Glogster, or Glog, which means you can't edit it. If it's a public one, you can. Okay. However, you can view it. Okay. If it says finished in private, that means they're the only ones that have that editing privilege. You can click on certain aspects to make them bigger. But if it says public right here, then you can click on certain components of the Glogs and you can delete them and add different things. So that's kind of a neat little way to look at it. But here you can kind of get an idea of what a Glog is. A Glog is like an online interactive poster. Okay. It is taking that poster on the poster board and it's really looking for, this is telling me here some of the Glog could not be loaded. Please try reloading the page. I'm okay with that. So we're okay. Here, what I really like is you can see that they've added their graphics. You can upload pictures. They've added text. This is a this looks like it is a text and picture only Glog, but you can see what this, you could look at this and you could really tell in an instance whether this person really understood important details and the gist of the report. Okay, let me go back and try and find one that might have some interactive videos or images. You can even put links to Google Forms within the Glogs. You can even link to games that are on websites so that they can practice. So there's lots of things that you can do within here. Here's one, the Oregon Trail. It has an actual embedded video, which is real easy to do. It does all the hard work for you. Okay. And this is social studies, the subject American history. It's geared for year 8, but you might be able to use it in year 4. You might be able, you see how this says public for all? Ooh, I was lucky I chose this one. That means that I can click on a component, well, and I can make some edits, okay? So let's take a look here, the Oregon Trail. See how when I put my finger over it, it's kind of like a little pulsing and it has a www. This is a link. So they have linked to an outside page. You can do that within yours. Okay. So that's what they've done there. You can see here, listen to Graveyard of Oregon Trail. So you can embed audio or other links. Right here, you could also embed podcasts or such, or audio files. Here, we have different questions. And I believe it looks like right here, what are the challenges that the people encountered along the way? And I can click on my pictures and make them bigger so we can look for some of those challenges. And here is an interactive video that will link directly to YouTube. Okay. And let me stop it. I can make it full screen if I want to. And if you notice right here, see how it says how long did it take the people to reach Oregon? And you see this little scroll bar? If there's too much information to fit in the box, then you have a scroll bar, okay? So you can see that there's lots of different things that you can do within a Glog. And let's go back and begin to experiment with creating our own. So I'm going to go back to my dashboard. And I am going to create a new Glog. Now remember, whenever you need help, there's tons of help. There's tutorials. I taught myself this, and I taught myself this by going on YouTube and typing in how to use Glogster. And if I had a question that I couldn't figure out, I went on YouTube and how do I add images to Glogster or something like that if I couldn't find my answer right here on the page. So that's part of being a 21st century learner, is being able to go out there and find that information. So I'm going to create this new Glog. And as you can see right here, it says more premium templates. But I'll tell you, you have lots of choices in the free subscription. And we're going to take a look at some of those templates right now. Here you have a vertical, horizontal, assignment, history, timeline, and you can see here are all of my different templates for creating Glogsters. Now, just because it says it's a history one or history template doesn't mean you have to use it as a history template, because if you're creating from scratch, you can delete or add things on there at any time, okay? So what I'm going to do is let's come back. Let's find something. I don't know. Maybe I want to do this flypaper. I don't know. That looks like a fun one. So then I click on it and I start to create. Now, everything that was on that flypaper template are individual commands. They're individual little components of this one Glog. So if I don't want this cloud right there, I can click on it and I can delete it. If I want to change the color of my cloud, I can click on it. I can move it. Okay. Or I can click on it and I can, well, let me move this. And because I highlighted it, you can tell that I'm working with this cloud because it's highlighted. And say I want to make it a hot pink. I could make it a hot pink, and now my cloud is a hot pink. Okay. So you can make it bigger. You can do whatever you want with it. Okay. Now you see how this Glog right here, I can move it on top of that Glog. I can rotate it. I can do whatever I want with it. So there's tons of things that you can do within here. If I don't want my raindrops, but I want my cloud, then I can click on it and delete it. Okay. If I want to make my raindrops a little bit bigger and travel more into this page, I can do that. It's totally whatever I want to do there. Okay. So here is my flypaper. As you can see, I'm probably going to want to change the name of it because I'm not going to want to name it flypaper. So I'm going to highlight it and I am going to call it, I don't know, let's call it nouns. Okay. I can choose the color of my letters. I can choose the size of my letters. I can I made it a little bit smaller so I could see it within that box. Say that I want to make it this orange color. I want to make it bold, and I want to change the font. Okay? And so there we are. If I like it, we're good to go. I just click out of it, and I'm ready to move on. Okay? If I don't like the background of this color, you know, I really like that orange color, but I don't like the background, I can click on it. Notice I'm still highlighted. And I believe, let's see. Oh, there it is. If I click on this background, then I can choose my different colors that I might want it to be. Okay. And if you notice, I'm just kind of hovering over so I can see what might catch my fancy. Ooh, I like that one. Okay. And so now I've clicked on it. I can click out and I'm good to go. Okay. So that's how you would do that. Now say that I want to drop in a video. So what I would do is I would click on the video and notice it gives me a video prompt. So I can click on the video and it's going to ask me to upload a video. And I don't have any videos there yet, but I can go to YouTube and I can find Schoolhouse Rock nouns. And here is my Schoolhouse Rock. Here's one. Is this it? I can preview it to make sure. See if this is the one that I want. Yep, this is the one I want. Okay. Every person you can know it. Okay. So right here, it comes off to the side, and I want to use it. So all I do is I hit use it, and now it is in this box. So what I'm going to do is, if you hold your shift key down, you can, and you bring it through, then it kind of keeps it into your kind of measurements for you so it doesn't get too fat or too thin or whatever. So as you can see, it's very easy to do. Now let's say that I want to add an image. Okay. So right here, I drop an image. I would do the same thing. Image, except I will choose image. And these are 3 that I got from my downloads on my Chromebook that I uploaded to my library. So if I want to use one of these, then I can do that. And if I like it, then I would click the little green use it down at the bottom. But if I don't, then I can go to Google Images, and I can hit nouns. And look at this, there is a noun chart. And so if I want to use it, then I can click on it. Well, seems like it's trying to show me. Oh, this third-party media is not available. Okay. So say that I want to do, I don't know, say that I want to add this image in there right now. Then I would say use it. And there I go. Okay. So what I can do here, say that I want to use this as like a learning tool or something, then I can make it smaller. I can drag it down. This probably wouldn't be an image that I would use, maybe. I don't know. I could rotate it. Okay. And notice I can drag it and cover, or I can like this, or I can stack it and be like a scrapbook. Okay. And I don't really want this like little speech bubble right here. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to delete it because it's just making it look too messy. Okay. So you can see it's real easy to work with Glogs. When I'm ready, I usually don't post it until I know that it's totally ready to go. So here, say that I'm ready to go. I would hit save. It's working here, I think. Oh, there it is. So I would name it, this is my URL if I want to add this link to something, like maybe my web page. I can give it a category and a topic. Remember, those were the things that we searched for. I could give it a grade level. Now notice this. I'm going to put unfinished. You have to save it because it's everything you worked hard on is going to be lost. But if you're not quite ready to publish it yet, I'm going to hit unfinished. So it's saving my work. Okay. I hit unfinished and save. Well, it's saving my work, but it's not going to be ready to be posted. No one will see it until when I go back to my dashboard and I pull it up, it says finished. And then I can make it available to the public. Okay. I would recommend making it available to the public because if a student forgets what the link is or they're not at a place where they can get to the link, at least they can search it through the public way. Okay. So I hope you have fun experimenting with your Glogster. I can't wait to see some of the creative ideas that are out there. I have used these as final projects. I have used these as anchor charts that the students create and kind of add to as they go on and then turn in at the end of the unit. So there's tons of ways that these can be used within the classroom. I hope you found this useful.